Hello, welcome back to the legal stream. I'm here today to cover a show called the Unapology Podcast. It's if you haven't heard of it, I don't know how many people have heard of it, but basically it's sort of it's a copy of Kill Tony. And, some people are like, oh, that's not right. You ripped him off. I think Tony deserves some competition, so I don't have any kind of problem with it. So let's check it out. This is the very first episode we're checking out.
All right, guys. How are we feeling tonight?
Right.
Huh?
Welcome
to the very first Unapology Comedy Podcast, everyone. Thank you for being a part of this. Give it up for... My name is King Hooker.
Like
I'm one of the hosts. I go by that because I'm a short king and my last name is Hooker, okay? If you don't believe me, you can ask my mom. Fucking... It's true. All right, I do funny jingles. I'm going to do a couple for you here tonight. I noticed we got a lot of comedians. I'm happy about it. This is a comedian-driven show. It's looking like a board of my peers right now. You're just all lined up in a row, judging me. Hella fucking too much flannel. All right, this
I guess
this song's a little all over the place, but it's fun. I don't do it often live. But we're starting off with a bang. Well, I was walking, she was talking, I can't be sure. I wasn't stalking, I was thinking of the ways that I could get in her pants, or maybe ask her to dance if she would give me a chance. I'd eat the booty like groceries. Is this modern romance? Is that what the kids are doing nowadays? Munching on the cheeks like perishable items that you purchase from Publix?
Publix, for the universal audience, is a Florida chain.
Look like an alcoholic, baby, because I'm chubby, young, and sweaty. You can call me Little Caesars, because I'm always hot and ready. Is it social custom to fuck on the third date? I don't know. I can wait. We don't have to debate. I just need someone there who can hold me when I'm high, while these dumbass questions are running through my mind like, who put the alphabet in alphabetical order? Why the fuck does Paul Blart look like me? I'm just a stoner with a boner, and I can't quite help myself. Somebody, please save me and look my way. I know.
Anytime you're goofy looking and fat, you get some points for admitting it.
I look like a potato, screaming out when it's hot outside. I'm a tomato.
This is the
yelling out,
Space Coast Comedy Showcase.
Like Bobby from King of the Hill. I look like the Pillsbury Doughboy who was popping way too many antidepressant pills. Antidepressant pills.
So this is one way that the show is slightly different than Kill Tony. The fact that they got like a musical comedy intro. I've never seen that on Kill Tony.
We're all just a little depressed. Guys, thank you so much. That's some musical fuckery jingles.
Musical fuckery.
I want you to keep things going for the other two hosts of the show. Please welcome Mr. Judd Jones and Jimmy Moynihan, everybody. Give it up!
Jimmy Moynihan is Bobby Moynihan's lesser-known brother.
Woo!
All right, we're here, good people. The first episode of the Unapology Comedy Podcast. It's very comedian heavy versus audience tonight. But that's kind of what we thought for the first show. I think that's it. So thank you guys for being here tonight. We're definitely going to have a lot of fun. Yeah, man. You can clap for that shit. For sure. But I tell you what, guys, we're here in beautiful Cocoa Village, Florida, in Space Coast, Florida. That's where we are at the Blind Lion Jazz, Blues, and Comedy Club. They added Comedy Club to the end of it once I started a show here on Thursday. So fuck yeah, it's a comedy club. That's what it is. Woo! And yeah, first episode. This is it. This is what we're going to be doing right here. And
right, so I
introduce my good friend right here. He's one of my co-hosts right there.
I guess this bald fella, he's the Tony of the show, and he's the red band of the show. This other guy, so we'll
And they're
get to
drinking
know them.
awkwardly. That's Jimmy Moynihan right there. Let Jimmy Moynihan hear it.
What up, brother?
Yeah. We're here, dude. We got to the
I've
first
been,
show. How you feel?
I'm feeling good.
checking
I had
out
trouble,
the
finding the show.
Interactive
I noticed
So-
that.
I swear I'm sober.
That's all right. That's 2
exercise
years, as a matter
bikes
of fact,
lately. I
right? 2
use
years
this
sober.
thing
Round of applause
called
for this guy right here, man. Yeah.
the
Yes.
espresso, and I
And of
understand
course,
the
how about a round
hype
of applause
about
for
the
the guy who opened the show?
Peloton
That's
now.
him right there, King Hooker,
It's
man. Let King Hooker hear it. Yes.
Thank you.
You're looking
good
like
to
a
be
king
here.
as always, boy. You're looking like a king as always. You feeling good?
Feeling good, man.
Yeah.
Feeling autistic.
This is
extra
what kings
autistic
look
tonight.
You look it.
If this is what kings look like, then I guess I look like a king.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Well, that's kind of your thing. I swear to God, when I first met Scott, when I moved down here and I booked him on a show, I was like a guy with arm tattoos who plays the ukulele. Fuck yeah, come on
Oh,
the
that's
show,
a
dude.
Yeah.
So that's actually a ukulele. He's just so small that it looks like a small to medium sized guitar.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it.
Devins.
Last but not least, she's our lady working hard behind the bar tonight. That's Taryn right there. Let Taryn hear it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Taryn, shout outs to Taryn. Only
Taryn
ever
works with
heard
me
that
on the Thursday
as
show
an
every week,
SNL person.
and she's a hard worker. She's wonderful. Taryn, you feeling good tonight, baby? Always feeling good, boy. Listen to that voice. Absolutely. Are these fuckers buying drinks out here?
All right,
Taryn, these fuckers buying drinks out here?
So this guy over on the right, he's been labeled the king of the show by the host. So that's good. Totally accurate.
Buy some drinks, motherfuckers. We got to keep this shit going. All right, cool. All right, listen, good people. Here's what we're going to do tonight. This podcast is modeled after the Kill Tony format, right?
All right,
You guys are
good. They
familiar with
admit
Kill
it.
Tony. It's a fantastic format for comedians because it gives them an opportunity to get up, do their comedy, develop in front of a great audience. I love the format, so that's why we're doing this. And so, yeah, I'm going to draw names out of the bucket, and everyone gets up to 2 minutes. Host discretion.
Up to 2 minutes. So it's the Kill Tony show.
Shit could come off the wheels at
Is
any time.
only
It could.
a 1 minute.
But yeah,
program,
everyone gets
so
up to 2 minutes, and
that's
random bucket
twice
draw.
as much
And then
of
we'll
the
talk to them about
opportunity.
their set, their jokes, and whatever else is going on. So after all of that, tired of talking, how about we kick off the show, guys? We get ready? How about it? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Oh. Forgot about Brian.
Oh, that's right.
Spoiler alert.
You forgot about him?
Yeah. I thought we were going right
He's
in the
our
bucket.
he's our opener. He's our
Welcome
opener.
to Forgot About Brian, everybody.
I could never forget about Brian.
Never.
Sorry.
Then you just forget about him.
So officially, this first comedian who's going to kick off the show for us tonight is a great dude. I've had him on the Thursday show once before, and I'm going to have him back. Funny guy. He hadn't been doing comedy that long, but he works hard, and I know he's got the respect of all of his peers, which isn't easy in the comedy world. So he's going to kick off the show for us tonight. I want y'all to start clapping right now for Mr. Brian Milligan. Let him hear it.
Brian Milligan. All right. Looking like
How you guys
Jesse
doing tonight?
PS from if he were from Florida.
First, I'd like to say thanks, Dad. I appreciate you. Also, this is the only time I've ever followed a singing hooker, so appreciate you, dude. That's what's up. I don't understand how women keep getting murdered. Like,
His mic is
all
way
y'all do is
low
watch
in the
movies
mix.
And TV shows about other women getting murdered, and I don't think you guys are paying close enough attention. Like, for instance, the other night I saw a lady on the side of the road had a flat tire, and I stopped and asked, "Hey, do you need any help?" And she said yes. For context, I look exactly like I do right now. So I got out, and she immediately hands me a tire iron. It's like she just handed me her own murder weapon. I'm a nice guy, so I fixed her tire and sent her on her way. But the whole time I was thinking, how's this lady lived this long and never been murdered? Like, I almost kidnapped and murdered her just to teach her a lesson. And I know what I look like. I used to be a massage therapist, all right?
Used
I've
to-
had clients come up, take one look at me, and just say no right in my face. I had a lady one time, or a client one time, say, or go to my manager and say, "There's no way I'm letting this homeless guy touch me." It was my wife, so. And I used to start every massage by going in the room and I'd say, "Okay, I'm going to step out, just undress to your level of comfort, and and then I'll come back in, just lay face down." And there were many times where I came back in and they'd be wearing more clothes than when I left. Like I'd be doing massages, like, how'd this lady get a puffy jacket in here? This is like Florida in the summertime, and I don't even get respect at home. The other day I had a kid.
I get
one of
no
my kids told me I
respect.
looked like a gay Civil War general. But I shot her with a musket. So fuck them kids, right? Hell yeah. So now I identify as a bearded
I don't
man.
know, guys. I don't know if I really like him.
Got some class for that. That's what's up. Not because I feel like I was born a woman, but because I'm a pervert who likes to hang out in the ladies' restrooms. Y'all, please subscribe to my OnlyFans. It's BeardBabe85. For $4.99 a month, I will show you my pussy. Spoiler alert, it looks like a 37-year-old man's penis.
Brian Milligan, ladies and gentlemen, with his OnlyFans page. Starting off strong.
Yeah, not bad.
Great set, dude. You feel good about it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Great
Feel
set.
good? Well, we'll be the judge of that.
Great set. All right. So this show is clearly more lenient than Kill Tony.
Did I make Papa proud?
Yeah, that's right. No, it's a great job, man.
Are
Crazy
they
stage
friends?
presence.
Like, I don't understand.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
Good stage presence.
killer. Brian's
Thanks, man.
been killing it. How long have you been doing comedy?
Right past 7 months.
7 months only. Wow. Round of
Ooh,
applause for
yeah,
him.
give it up
man.
for
Let him
Brian.
hear it.
Brian.
I
Come
mean,
on.
like, it's all right for 7 months.
Shit's
Yeah.
fine.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's been fun.
This is the
Jimmy was
nice
the first guy to
version
ever
of
hit me
Kill
on microphone.
Tony.
Did I?
Yeah.
I literally
well,
handed
no,
it?
I mean, you were the first guy to ever
Here.
introduce me.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And you've come a long way, and I like that that first joke a lot. And you keep adding to it. You keep
Give some kind of criticism.
making it better,
Yeah.
adding tags.
That's
What
what's,
What
that's what's
up,
cool
Coach
about comedy
Matty?
is there's just like constantly, you can change everything always. You know, it's like nothing has to be rigid, free flowing. Like you can
Yeah.
mix stuff up.
Well, they have to laugh.
We're checking out the unapology.
Well, that's true. And you
podcast.
had them laughing, but that's key.
I was
They
gonna say,
have to.
Maybe that's the part I'm missing.
No. They had to laugh. I'm curious. You were a massage therapist?
I was, yeah, for real.
For how long were you doing that?
Not very long.
No? So wait a minute. Don't you have to have some like
I wonder
training
why.
before you do that?
Yeah, I have a license. Well, I did. I have. I mean, I
It was
technically.
revoked.
He lost his massage
Yeah.
therapy.
How'd you
license.
lose it?
I never actually lost it. I just let it lapse.
You let it. So how long is the training to build up to get your license for that?
It's grueling. It's like 6 months.
6 months, and then how long were you a massage therapist?
Actually, you
Don't
know what's
say
funny?
less
I
than
did
6
my
months.
schooling, and then I immediately moved to another state to do massage, and their licensing system was way different. And then I just became a mailman.
Sounds like a fucking excuse.
I
Is what it
know.
sounds like to me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It
I'm
took-
not sure about
it
this.
took me 3 years to get my license in Washington State,
Yeah.
even though I already had it in Florida. Anyway.
They're
I-
more critical of his massage career than his comedy career.
I think it was just Washington State had background checks.
I was gonna say, like, I think
Like, we've seen you've been in prison.
I think some law enforcement in different cities might be out for you. Yeah.
Hey,
That's
there's a
right.
reason I don't live there anymore. You know?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. King, what do you think about the man up here?
I think it was great, man. I love the gay Civil War general, man. I feel like he could be out there in the bloody streets, like, stop it, Lincoln.
Stop, guys.
Stop, babe. I'm busy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I was trying to write a joke where I shit on myself, and then Jimmy actually was like, "You should just roast yourself, like on a page."
Yeah.
And I just started writing a bunch of shit where I was like, "Oh man, gay
Not
people."
literally shitting on yourself.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
literally just
I
like-
suggested you
that's what I
start
heard.
shitting
Yeah.
on yourself.
Yeah. Always a crowd pleaser. Always a crowd pleaser.
That's right.
You're like Gallagher.
Now I use it as my closer. But...
Yeah, perfect. All right, Brian. Well, man, you did a fantastic job. You're open the show for the first Unapologetic Comedy Podcast. Brian Milligan, let him hear it one more time. That's it.
Me.
Starting out strong. He's a massage therapist with a checkered background. All right. All right, people, this is what we're doing. We're going to the bucket right here. Everyone signed up. You've got your name in the bucket. We'll see who's up right now. The name is Matt Glidden. Matt
Yeah.
Glidden. Let Matt Glidden hear it.
What's up,
Come on, right there. Let him hear it, man. Keep it going. Matt Glidden.
Ah!
Thank you. My name's Matt Glidden, and I'm 5'6".
Yeah, we can tell. We can tell when the mic stand is above your chin. You don't need to say what your height is.
Feel like a vertically challenged anonymous meeting.
Yes.
Yeah. Can we stop calling short guys short kings? We cut that out.
Short.
Or can we start calling you guys fat queens? Can we do that? Because short guys are like the fat queen. I'm kind of a fat queen myself, let's be honest. But the short guys are kind of like the fat queens of the dating apps. You know, even if things are going well, eventually the topic of measurements comes up and then they disappear. You know, they fall off a building or drop their phone in the ocean. Whatever I have to tell myself to convince myself I didn't just get ghosted. You know. But as a little guy, I do have small hands. I don't know if you guys could tell from back there. I have trouble gripping normal-sized things like a cup, throwing a football. But the plus side is that normal-sized things look a little bit bigger in my hand.
You know what he's.
Any ladies ever been catfished by a dick pic? You guys thought you were getting half-pound Angus beef. You unwrap it, and it's a quarter pounder with dick cheese. Yeah. I'm going to monetize my talents, though. I'm going to start an OnlyFans page. I'm going to call it Only Hands, where just guys pay me to hold their dick for them in pictures so it looks a little bit bigger. Yeah.
All right.
Keep an eye out for that thumbnail. It's a picture of me in the grocery store holding a baby carrot. But it looks like an average size, normal size carrot. I swear. All right, that's it for me, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Matt
right.
Glidden, let him hear it.
Not terribly offensive.
A minute 30,
Well-
coming in a minute 30. Minute 30, all right. He's a short guy. You're doing jokes that are pretty much going to ensure no pussy for you.
That's all right. I got 3 kids. I think.
Oh,
I should
you've already
take a
done it.
break.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 kids. You're married? You're a married fella?
Separated.
Separated.
Yeah.
Oh, is that recent?
Year and a half ish.
Oh, she wants a tall guy, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Is that what it is?
Or just a slightly larger short guy.
Slightly larger,
Yeah.
fat queen. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about me for a second, man. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, good stuff. It's some fun stuff. I enjoyed it, man. Definitely. But yeah, it's you're definitely doing a lot of the short jokes. It's kind of one of those things like, I mean, they're good jokes, but it's one of those things like
Is he
if you're
calling
a
him a
fat
hack?
guy, you don't want to tell fat guy jokes all the time because you might lose weight. I mean,
All
you're not
right,
going to
he
grow,
told one joke.
but you know that's
You're
kinda-
not going to lose
that's kind
height.
of thing. But no, good stuff, man. How long have you been doing comedy?
6 months.
You're not going to
Oh shit!
gain
Just like
height.
round of applause for him,
I
man.
don't think
6
you have
months.
to worry about that.
Man, I'm not sure I'm not sure everyone understands. Like, I mean, I've been doing comedy for not even. I mean, it was 9 years only, right? And when I say only, that's what you should say if it's 9 years. It's not that long. And I mean, your stage presence, joke writing, 6 months. That's really good, dude. I
Thank
mean,
you
you
very
should be
much.
very proud of that.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
What do you think?
Jimmy is also the guy who put me on from the beginning. So
Yep.
Did
put
he-
you
did he-
on.
Jimmy's that boy.
Did you put your hand on his dick?
yeah.
Is
I
that-
gave him a freebie.
Oh,
That
okay.
wouldn't
Yes.
help much,
Yeah.
but I remember one time I took a dick pic, and I have pretty big hands, and the girl texted back. She's like, "You're trying to make it bigger with your hand,"
Ha!
and that stuck
What?
with me for a long time. So I wouldn't mind
yeah.
you holding my dick.
Yeah.
For,
Yeah, there's a trick to it. You gotta like squeeze your hand all
but
the way
how
to
is
the
it
pelvis
gonna?
and
Yeah,
everything.
and then you're gonna have to put your arm like here,
Yeah.
which means you're gonna have to be directly.
It's not
behind
gay.
me.
I hold my own dick all the time.
That's
you know?
true. We're all touching dicks.
Well, if y'all do that tonight, we're definitely going to have to edit that out of the thing.
But Matt is super funny, and I didn't realize how you got big arms, bro.
It's blue collar work.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm a handyman.
You're a handyman.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Ah, handy.
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 Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Ironically enough.
You're a
Good
handyman.
with
Do you have
his
your own
hands,
business?
even
You
though
work for
Yeah, I
somebody?
have my own business.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Own your own business, and that didn't impress your wife enough to stay around. Huh?
No, no.
Damn, dude, that sucks,
It's
man.
probably
That
the tiny
sucks.
hands.
Well, that's all right. Fuck her. You can find another one. All right, King. What do you think over there, man?
I think it was great, man. Did you like? Was the pickup line to your wife to climb in the pussy? You know what I mean? So I got a rope and ladder,
said
some
uppies.
overalls. Let's get uppies. Yeah.
It's
good shit.
Nice, yeah,
Real
good
shit,
stuff.
man.
All right, one more time for Matt Glidden. Let him hear it, man. One more time. All right, we're pressing on. Good people, pressing on. Next comedian out of the bucket right here is Anthony Papali. Let Anthony Papali hear it.
Oh,
Right there.
shit.
Oh, shit. Knocking over
Oh,
drinks.
party foul. God damn it.
Totally awkward.
I
Fucked
told
up
you the plaid
whole
was a
thing.
bad idea.
The
Woo.
salt and
It's
pepper
cursed.
fell down. There's
water.
children
It's like
crying.
Yeah.
Oh,
first
my
guy
God.
was just really
Anthony
quiet.
Papali, folks. Let him hear it right here,
Hey.
man. One more time.
What a start. I planned that. I totally meant to spill a drink. How we do? Damn, that sucked. What a shitty start. That's like, oh, here's my moment. Fuck it up. Fuck it up in the beginning. That sucks. Yeah. I did stand up in the Middle East once. All right, that doesn't usually get a. It went pretty bad. I bombed pretty hard, and I realized I was bombing because I was doing like these dating app jokes for these women who get forced into arranged marriages. They're like strict Muslim women who get forced into arranged marriages. I was doing dating app jokes. I might as well have been like, "You girls like bacon? Huh? Yeah. What about driving with your hair in the wind? Huh? You like that?" It was bad. It was pretty bad. I rented a
Like
car when I was in the Middle
What?
East. That wasn't a good idea. Driving there is crazy, man. I rented a car and like the GPS was giving me directions, and it was like, "Hey, turn left on 3rd Street." And I was like, "All right, it's pretty simple, easy." Then it'd be like, "Merge onto Zayed Avenue." I was like, "All right, a little foreign." Then it'd be like, "Take a left on Alamar bin Sharif Al Khattab Muhammad Abdullah Yusuf Expressway." I was like, "Jesus Christ, that car just converted to Islam." I think I'm on the no-fly list, dude. Jesus Christ. They'd be like, "Turn right on Osama bin Falafel." I'm like, "I'm scared and hungry now. This is fucking insane."
Osama bin Falafel.
I have a buddy who's going through a
Alright.
breakup right now. His girl likes to
I
be
don't know
like
what
choked
to
and
expect
slapped
yet
and
on
fucking
this
into the
show
bed.
because it's so
Yeah,
new.
my buddy just couldn't do it, you know. Like he's the opposite. Like she liked to be like choked and slapped, and he grew up with parents, you know. Like it was just different. But like, how do you win that girl back? You know, you send her a text, you're like, "I love you, whore." You know, like how do you get her attention? At least like if you're like a tough guy and your girl wants you to be
In
like more
some
in tune with your
moments, he sounds
emotions,
like
you
he's
can go to
trying to do a
therapist or
Mark
work on that.
Norman,
But if you're like a soft
Indian
guy,
Mark Norman.
you can't go to a therapist and be like, "Look, doc, I need help choking this bitch. All right, I'm struggling here."
Anthony Papali, ladies
Thank
and gentlemen.
you.
Let
Thank
him
you
hear
so
it one more
much.
time. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a break from that show. We're going to go over. We might come back to it, might not. Want to go over to another show if it will allow. Oops, did I open? Oh, let me close that. I think I accidentally. Okay. Yeah, we're going to switch over now to our friend JLP.
Between good and evil,
He's-
right versus wrong,
What does he have? Birds on his shirt?
and that is not physical, and it has nothing to do with anything physical, except that it make people believe that the more so-called power or money or wealth or whatever they get will make them free, and it won't. But they think it. It's a spiritual battle. It is a spiritual battle like never before. And if you notice anything or anyone that you identify with, any ideas you identify with, you go the limit to try to protect it as yours. Whether it's so-called good or bad, you go the limit to try to protect whatever you identify with. And if someone else don't identify with that along with you, you're ready to attack them. Because all ego-minded people think that their egos, their thoughts are the true thoughts and the only way. And if you disagree with it, you got a battle on your hand. What a mess.
What a mess.
This is why you must be born again of the Father. Every human being born of the flesh, the woman, the mama, you must be born of the Father. Otherwise, you're going to live in your illusions, your identities, and you're going to continue to suffer because you love your hell. You protect your identities. I've had several people tell me recently, if I lose my pain, who will I be? If I lose my suffering, who will I be? Because they're starting to lose that, and it feels like nothing is there. Talking to a guy yesterday in counseling, and he was telling me that he feels as though he's drifted down a lake, a stream of water, a river, ocean, or whatever he said, and he feels there's nothing to hold on to. And it scared him because he is accustomed to holding on to his misery, his pain, and getting that as a self, as an identity. Isn't that, I understand it though. Isn't that crazy? But that's what every human being does. They hold on to pain as a false identity, so-called good pain and so-called bad pain. Because you can't have one unless you have the other one. Because that's your idea. You're divided. And every divided person suffers. And so he felt like he's drifting down a river with nothing to hold on to. And I said to him, hold on to nothing. Let that happen. Let all your misery, your false identities disappear. Your fake sense of love, your fake
don't hold on to anything or hold on to the idea of nothing.
sense of being loved, your fake ideas of the pain and all that. You don't want to hold on to the pain. You want to understand the pain. What can I understand from the pain? And you don't want to just suffer in the pain. You want to understand the pain, watch it, and that's the freeing from it by understanding it. Don't just get in your pain and suffer just to be suffering. Get in there and understand it. And that's what destroys it. All right.
Deep.
But everybody fight over something. It's crazy to see it too, but I understand it. One time I did not understand it, but I do. Everybody fighting over something. And it's all in their mind. And I've been wondering who is heading up what's happening in my country with the transgender thing and all this stuff that's going on. Did you hear that some schools want to do a 4-day school day now?
What?
Week. Instead of Monday through Friday, they want to do 4 days.
To me.
And the mothers are not liking that at all.
What?
Zero. Because that means that the mothers may have to stay home and watch over the men's children. And that's the last thing the mothers want to do. Not all, but most. The last thing they want to do is stay home and be a wife and a mother. That does nothing for their ego. And they're not liking the idea that there may be a 4-day school week. And so the school said, according to...
I thought JLP was going to say, beta, you're beta babies for only doing 4 days a week. I didn't know he was going to blame it on the mother.
I believe. Okay, you still can pay us babysitting money, and we'll have people watch over your children. All right, don't be mad, mother. We know you don't love your children. You just love saying it and saying, oh, I'm a mother. The mothers, they say mothers like it's a sacred God.
Mothers.
There's nothing going on in this world but hatred. A few are overcoming it by overcoming it within themselves, but it's a mess. It's all mess. Ego. It's all evil. I've said to you, the most hated religion on this side of heaven is Christianity. And I got proof, more proof, as though I need some more, right? But Christianity is the most hated religion And the reason that it's the most hated religion, because it's the only religion that says you have to know thyself and change. Before you enter into the
That's
kingdom
true.
of heaven within, you must change. You're wrong. Your heart is wicked. You must be born again. It's the only religion that requires that you look at yourself, admit you're wrong for being angry, and be born again. It's the greatest religion on this side of heaven. And it is hated around the world by everybody and their mama, as the blacks would say, and they mama. Not their mama, but they mama.
They mama.
Here's more proof of it. This is from persecution.org. Islamic extremist groups. Islamic extremist groups have killed 2,000.
Like he makes fun of black people for how they talk, and then he says extremists.
500 Christians in Nigeria in the first half of 2023. Did you know that? You ever heard anything about that, right? Well, most people haven't. Most people haven't. 2,500, according to this report, Christians in Nigeria in the first half of 2023. Imagine, do you think that if 2,500 Muslims were killed by Christians in the first half of 2023, would you have heard about that? Would that be all over the news? Would that be all over the news?
I don't know, bud. What are you doing?
Christianity, Christians are hated in America. I don't know quite. I know that's the reason, but in America, the Christians are weak. It's not like they have any strength. They don't need to be hated. They're not doing anything anyway, but lifting up holy hands and praising Jesus and waiting until Jesus come down from the clouds. That's all they're doing. Hooping and hollering and dancing and waving hands and praying to Jesus with no results. So there's no real reason to attack the Christians in America today. They have fear. They have no perfect peace.
Who has
They have no
perfect
love.
peace? Even Jesse don't have perfect peace. Who the fuck? I said that to a therapist one time. I was like, I'm looking to have perfect peace. And she's like, that's not possible.
They have nothing to offer. They don't get involved with politics, run for office or anything. Why are you afraid of them in America? They're letting you win this evil battle. There's nothing to be intimidated by from a Christian in America. They're allowing the women to take over and destroying everything. Their homes, the schools, the churches, the businesses, everywhere. Christians don't care. So Islamic extremists, y'all don't need to do anything to us in America. They're not doing anything anyway.
All right.
There was this battle going on in Texas where they were trying to pass a law. I don't know if they passed it or not. I think they may have passed it, where men cannot play in women's sports. And the Christians are like all for that. Hey, don't let the men play in the women's sport, but they let the women play in the men's sport. And they said, well, men play.
I mean, that's kind of, I get it, and I don't.
In women's sport, the women may get hurt. Men are stronger. How's that different than women playing in men's sport? Won't they get hurt? Aren't the men still stronger?
Yeah, but they're
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'm okay with that. If women can play a men's sport, there's no reason men cannot play a women's sport, even though they wear a dress and a woman bathing suit or whatever.
Wait,
It's still
so
a
it's
male.
for women and
What's the difference?
men and women playing sports.
They say, oh, they want to erase women. So do the women playing in men's sport, do you want to erase men? Yes, and that's fine. That's different. I literally had a woman tell me that's different. What's the difference about it? Erase men and that's okay? And then hell comes in and take over?
I don't think there's any men playing football who are threatened by female competitors.
But anyway, 2,500 Christians in Nigeria in the first half of 2023 have been killed by Islamic extremists, according to persecution.org. What do you think they're going to do in America? You're letting them in government. You're letting them run our country. What do you think they're going to do to the Christians? And Christians are being quietly erased anyway because they have no light. And not all, but most. It just feels good. It just feels good. Calling yourself a Christian. That's about it. An ego feeling. What the? According to trending.politics,
Website.
another example of
Trending.politics.
Christians being attacked. Amazing. I got to pull up something. I think I just got a second notice about something. Did you just send me something, Sean? Oh, okay. Thank you. My producer. He's on it. But here's another example of the Christians under attack. No big deal. Because the Christians are weak. In the good old days, remember Jerry Falwell, all those guys? Christians got out there and they fought back. They stood tall. And they didn't bow down to the devil within themselves or outside themselves and others. Trending Politics is reporting that one of the most iconic landmarks in the region, one of the most iconic landmarks in the region, the sanctuary of Christ, the King. Christ is King. The sanctuary of Christ, the King, is a monument dedicated to Jesus Christ and is located in Almeida, Portugal. Almeida, Portugal. The statue of Christ, of Jesus Christ, right? The statue itself is a 28 meters high, with the overall monument, including its pedestal, reaching 110 meters. The pedestal also housed a chapel. Watch this compilation. Oh, I remember seeing that.
Nothing like barbed wire nothing like barbed wire and bird killers on G.
Nice. And you ask as you're
Isn't Jesus
watching that.
amazing?
What's wrong with that? It's beautiful. Jesus watching over the land, the people running here and there, having their life happen. Why would anybody hate that?
Because they're
Why would anybody want to
children of the
take
lie.
that away from
obviously.
you? It's Christian. I guarantee you, if it was Allahu Akbar standing there with his arm, it wouldn't be no problem. Nothing. The Christian won't say anything, wouldn't say anything about
Are
it.
you a Christian?
Nor would Allahu Akbar people. But according to Fox, luxury car brand Porsche, remember the car Porsche, is facing criticism after the company released an advertisement celebrating 60 years of the Porsche 911 that apparently edited out a statue of Jesus Christ that overlooked the city of Lisbon, Portugal. Watch this from X.
Titan II missile lifts from its pad. This flight down the South Atlantic target range makes history. This is the booster that will carry the Gemini space vehicle on the nation's next.
Because it's called the 911. Oh, they cut the music out.
See, you don't see Jesus on that statue, do you?
Oh, they cut out Jesus.
Where's Jesus? I thought I saw Jesus, and he's alive.
Maybe that's before they build it, possibly. I don't know.
Amazing.
That would be crazy if
They edit
cut.
Jesus out.
Are you sure? This might be some conspiracy shit.
And I'm told that some people complaining about it somewhere.
I
Said
don't
something
know,
about something,
man.
and they put
Like,
it back
I'm
in.
all for a
I
conspiracy,
was told, but I didn't see it
but
there. Am
I
I
don't
right, Sean?
know. That
They put it back.
it
And they
would
had
take
to have the
so
woman
much-
out driving the man. It started out really nice with a fire.
It would take so much effort to take that out of a moving video. Like, it seems like more effort than it's worth. To what? To not show Jesus? I don't
Father's
know.
son, right? And I guess Porsche is a woman's car anyway.
Porsche's a woman's car, made a car.
What the?
Christianity, the most hated religion on this side of heaven.
This side of heaven.
Because at one time, and it's been on attack for so long now, it's just been weakened. And the way they really brought it down, the primary way they brought Christianity to its knees is when they allowed women to take over.
Oh, I see.
The devil knew that if he were to use his daughters, they can destroy Christianity. Because whether you like it or not, know it or not, admit it or not, can see it or not, men, the male, were ordained to lead by God. It's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is.
Leadership is not in the female. She was ordained to follow.
Damn.
She was created to follow, not to lead. And nowhere in the world when
I
women
know
are
women
leading,
who
things are
think
well.
shit like this.
Nowhere.
It's crazy.
Zero where. The devil knows what he's doing, working through people. Anyone that has anger has fear. And anyone that has fear has false hope. And they think and hope that turning it over to the women, because they're afraid of the women, is going to make it better. And it's not. It just ain't going to get better anywhere. Look around. Look at the crime and the confusion in our country now, and the women are taking over. Well, they're not even taking over. It's being given to them. It's not even in the woman's strength, weakness to take over. You have to give it to her and pretend she took it. It's like men in a dress. You have to pretend that they're women, knowing in your mind, knowing that they're not.
You have to.
So you have to pretend that women are leaders.
You have to pretend they're not sexy.
It's the same thing.
You have to pretend
The
it's
same
not sexy
spirit.
when you see a man in a dress, because you know it look good.
It's a spiritual battle,
That's what
folks.
he's thinking for real.
And our country, my country, is being destroyed because of the disorder instead of order.
Oh, is that right?
But you could be fine in this disorderly world if you take hold of your own life. If you're not afraid to become your own man, your own woman. Ladies, you might as well become your own woman. Return to the Father, because the men are not there to help
How do
you.
you become your own woman by return?
It's up to
the
you,
Father?
ladies. These men are mama's boys, and that's all they want.
Return to the mother.
They just want sex and to be treated like a baby, like a boy.
Wait.
And it make the women sick when they have to deal with that. Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing. It's amazing. Man.
It makes the women sick.
It's so amazing.
Let me go to Rachel, a first-time caller out of Maryland. Rachel, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse. How are you?
All this well, Rachel. How are you?
I'm pretty good, and it is just amazing to talk to you today.
Amazing.
Amazing. But, yeah, my question. So I'm in a serious relationship, and with my soon-to-be fiance, and he was raised Catholic. We're both Christian, but I'm Protestant. And so I'm just kind of curious about what you think for how we should approach that, especially when it comes to kids in the future.
When you ask how could you approach it, what do you mean?
Yeah, I guess, like, what would your advice be for that? Because he's Catholic and I'm Protestant, and I don't want to switch.
Oh, I see. You don't want to become a Catholic?
No.
And what is the difference between a Catholic and a Christian, a Protestant?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with, well, for me personally, I think that the Catholic religion has been somewhat corrupted. And I think it's just a little pompous and like too organized for me, honestly. And I like the Protestant side of it, because I feel like my relationship with Jesus is mine, and I don't have to go through, a priest or confession or any of that.
Oh, I see. And have you spoken to him about this, that you're unwilling to become a Catholic?
Yeah, we've talked about it. I've told him my stance.
And what did he say?
I mean, he respects it, of course, but I guess it's kind of, scary for how we should move on from that, especially with kids, because we've talked about going to two churches with our kids, one Catholic and one Protestant, but I just don't know. So I kind of want to get your perspective.
When you say he respects it, what do you mean?
He respects it in that he doesn't expect me to change.
Bring it up.
Really?
He doesn't. Yeah, I don't think so.
And are you willing to obey him?
Absolutely, yes. I'm a good woman.
So you're willing to obey him?
I'm willing to obey him.
So
yes, but I also need to obey my Father in heaven. And I feel like Protestantism is the best way for me to do that.
So if you're willing to obey him, and your Father in heaven said you should obey your husband, follow your husband, why aren't you willing to follow him?
Why am I not willing?
Right.
guess I never thought about it like that. My faith is very important to me, and it's one of the most, it is the most important thing in my life, I would say.
More than your husband, your soon-to-be husband?
Is it important to him?
Is it more important to you than your soon-to-be husband?
That's a really hard question to answer.
Why?
Because,
hold on, Rachel. Hold that thought, okay?
Uh-huh.
Hold that thought. Let me take a quick break. 888-77-53773. Back in a moment. I have books that are amazing. I highly recommend you get them. 7 Guaranteed Steps to Spiritual, Family, and Financial Success Guide.
Oh, look at that.
Even if you're not starting a business, but you have a job or you're on welfare, it can help you if you do. Be doers of the word, all right? From rage to responsibility. From rage. That's why I write about in the first chapter, especially how I overcame scam. How the black leadership exploits black Americans. They are using them. The blacks are too willing to be used. And then my last book, The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. They are all amazing books, and they are helpful. Go to rebuildingtheman.com if you want an autographed copy, or call 800-411-2663.
The best there ever was.
A quick announcement. If you want, we have the best counseling service on this side of heaven, by the way. I do it myself. By phone, Skype, or walk-in. Couples, individual, whatever. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com to set up an appointment, to make an appointment. And don't forget to donate and have your comments read out loud. You can buy me a coffee.com/JLP
Buy him a
Talk.
coffee.
JLP Talk.
Is that what they
And
call donation?
for personalized shout outs, whatever the occasion is, go to cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Birthdays, encouragements, congratulations, goodbyes, or whatever it might be. All right. I hate you. I love you. Whatever. cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Let me go back to Rachel, who is about to get married. She's engaged. She is a Protestant, and her fiance is a Catholic, and she does not want to switch over. So, Rachel, if you love God and will obey, why not obey your husband, soon-to-be husband, and switch over?
Honestly, I think you've put it into you've given me a different perspective. So I feel like I'm definitely more open to doing that now. I guess, I was raised Protestant. It's what I'm used to. So, and, my grandparents have always said they haven't had the greatest view of Catholicism. So I think I could be more open to it. And I think I should probably do some more research and do some more talking and some more obeying. Amazing.
Amazing.
So, thank you. Yeah. Any other comments?
When you had this conversation with him, were you surprised he accepted that, okay, we can be divided like that? Were you surprised he said yes to that?
What's up?
I wasn't
Maniac? Sorry, I missed you.
surprised, I guess, because he's a very respectful man, and he's a good man of faith, and he does lead me in my faith as well. So I feel like he doesn't want to force anything on me, of course. But yeah, I think we're trying to make it work and trying to see how it will work.
And you
But,
say that he is respectful. How is that respectful?
how's it not respectful, I guess?
Jesse says
No, how is it
Your
respectful to
husband is
tell you
nice
that you have to
you.
go
How
with
is it
him
respectful?
and you're not going to separate churches and all that other mess? How is that respectful that he went along with that idea?
I think he knows that we will find a solution that works for us both.
I mean,
But you're just assuming that. You don't know that. He's already given in
I
to
think
this.
they would be the
What
same
else is he
religion,
going to
but,
give into? Why would
know.
you marry a man who cannot lead you the right way?
I think he is leading me the right way.
He's about to let you go to a separate church.
Well, we were going to go
yeah.
together. It wouldn't be like we're going apart.
But he's not insisting that, no, you're going to follow me. If I'm a Catholic, you're going to be a Catholic. He is allowing you to do it your way. Is that leadership from a man?
No, but I think it is a little more nuanced.
What does that mean?
I think that him not forcing me to become Catholic, I don't think that's not leading. If anything, I think that's him trying to be patient with me. And it's kind of like we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
But that bridge needs to be crossed before you get there. Because when you get to that bridge, you're going to have to make a decision. And now you're married, and your decision is going to be, I'm a Protestant, I'm not going that way. And now you have division in the marriage, and you're going to have trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I guess, if it was you, like if you were me, what would you do? Just obey and become Catholic?
I don't understand why a man would marry a woman or a woman would marry a man that she's unwilling to obey.
Wait.
Yeah, I am willing to obey, and I think...
No, you're not.
So he thinks they should both obey each other? I'm so confused.
I'm trying to figure it out, but I am willing to obey if I should become Catholic. If that is what will benefit us and our marriage and our children, I will do it. I think I just, I haven't even been to a mass before, so I need to do that.
Yeah, I've been to a mess before. You're about to get in a mess.
A mess.
Why are you marrying this guy?
He's an incredible man. He works hard. He's intelligent. He treats me better than I ever thought I could be treated.
Like how? Give me an example of that.
For my birthday, he got me a ton of gifts, which I certainly wasn't expecting or asking for, but he made me a jar that has at least 100 sticky notes in it of all the reasons why he loves me. I thought that was incredibly sweet, and no one has ever done that for me.
Is he older or younger?
He's a year older.
And have you been married before?
No, I haven't.
How about him?
No.
And so that made you feel good when he did that. What other reasons you're marrying him?
He's very protective of me, not in a controlling way, but I know that if someone were to break into our house, he would have no issue running straight into the danger just to protect me. He is the most patient man I've ever known. He constantly reassures me of how he loves me and how fondly he thinks of me. He's really blended well into my family. My little brothers adore him. Um,
Amazing. And so
Mhm.
you said that he is being patient with you, right?
yeah.
And so are you saying that you are being difficult?
I mean, I don't think I'm intentionally being difficult, but I definitely have some quirks that he's very patient with, and you know, I'm appreciative of that. I take forever to get ready. He's patient of that.
And so are you being difficult?
I guess gay guys have no use.
Probably in some ways.
And are you being difficult?
She just said.
Probably. I can't think of a reason or, you know, an instance of me being difficult, but I'm sure there are things that are difficult about me.
And so you don't know if you're difficult at times or not?
She just said yes.
I would say yeah, sure. I
He
am.
wants to put women in slavery.
And he doesn't know how to deal with you being difficult, so he's just patient with it?
Oh, that's
I think it's
good.
more of a calculation of, you know, is this something
see
worth
a movie,
starting an
Maniac?
argument over? No. Or if it is, then he tells me and I respect it.
Amazing. And so when you say another example of patient is that he doesn't mind your religion?
Well, we're in the same religion, just different.
Right. I understand that. As a Catholic, it is, I guess, supposed to be Christian too, and Protestant and Christian. But is that a sign of him being patient? Is because he doesn't mind your religion?
I think he is attempting to be collaborative with me in that decision for us and our future family. But yeah, I mean,
what will you do if he
patient.
insists that no, you're going to go with me and my religion? What will you do? He take no answer but yes. What would you do?
Then of course I would do that.
How will you handle it once you get married? The little notes in the jar, the little buying you all this stuff, cater to your ego is going to end. It's not going to last once you get married, because he's going to be able to just get all the sex he wants, and he's going to become a little boy with you. How will you handle that when he stopped catering to the ego?
Well, I think we've established a pretty good foundation that we're continuing to build that is, you know, rooted in our shared morals, our shared values, our mutual respect for one another. We're very efficient. You know, I think we work well together.
But how are you educated?
I am.
You have a degree?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. How will you handle it when he stopped catering to your ego? Because he got to stop once you get married. Because right now he's just in his weakness, he's buying you into the marriage scene. And his goal is sex. How will you handle that when all that stops? Because it will stop.
I don't really know. I mean, I don't think he'll ever stop appreciating me, hopefully. I mean, that might sound dumb. But
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think as life changes, as life gets harder, dynamics intensify, kids or whatever, I think we will certainly run into challenges, and there will be less attention on me and less attention on him. And yeah, I'm not too sure, but what should I do, Jesse?
Do you realize that once he gets you, he's not going to cater to your ego anymore, and you're not going to like it?
I mean, I don't really think he's catering to my ego.
What does he cater to? A jar full of notes is all ego. And constantly telling you how much he love you and why he love you, it's all ego. None of it is true. It's just ego.
None of it's true.
And that's not a sign of love either. That's a sign of hate and need.
Should I marry him?
What do you think?
I think I should.
You
I
should
just wanted to
marry a
know
weak man?
Beta man.
I don't think he's weak.
And where's the strength in what he's doing?
I think his strength. I think the strength in what he's doing is that his ego is not so high that, you know, he can't tell me he appreciates me. He can't tell me the reasons why he loves me.
Amazing. And so what is it about you that he should be loving?
Well,
Why do you
I'm a hard worker. I have overcome a lot of adversity in my life. And I think through that, I've developed a really strong sense of empathy for other people. Empathy is one of the core tenets of my current profession. I think he really respects my faith, my values, the way I carry myself as a woman in today's society amongst all these crazy lesbians. Amazing. But I just wanted to hear you say it. But yeah.
Are you willing to give all that up, your career and everything, and stay home and be a wife and a mother?
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I mean, that's a huge part about, I think, one of the reasons why we connected in the first place, because I do want to be more traditional. And he, in his past, you know, hadn't found anyone like that. I think it's pretty rare today to want to be a traditional housewife, stay-at-home mom.
Be a lesbian.
And so you're willing to let your education and everything go? Your job and all that?
Oh, I would do it today if I could.
Nice. Should a man marry a woman who is a hard-working woman?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think hard work.
Why?
Well, I think hard work comes in many forms, not just in a job at an office. I think hard work comes in the form of keeping a home clean and maintained, and keeping, you know, good meals on the table, and keeping the kids entertained, and, you know, all that good stuff.
And you're going to, rather than sending his children off to a school, you're going to homeschool them?
Honestly, yeah, I would love to homeschool
Okay.
them. I don't want to send them in public school.
Have you,
today.
because of time, have you forgiven your mother?
Now all
nope.
of a sudden homeschool.
And why not?
They'll think it's a good thing.
Well, I want to, and I'm working on it.
Why haven't you done it already?
Because I just keep, I feel like we're just too close that,
Oh, Lord.
like,
Why haven't you done it?
because she keeps doing things that I'm then angry at her for, and I don't forgive her for those. So I feel like I make progress on my forgiveness, but then just kind of restarts.
But you're not going to be free of, because you're just like her, right? You're not going to be free of that, and she's going to interfere with your marriage, your family, and she's going to destroy it.
What?
Because she's already controlling you.
Come on.
Yeah. I will forgive her. I don't think today it'll happen.
Why
but,
not today? Today is all you have.
I just have so much anger. I don't know. I'm trying. But maybe I just need to forgive, and then that will fade.
You said you were a Christian, right?
I am.
How can you be a Christian and angry?
Because I'm human. I'm mortal.
How can you enter into the kingdom of heaven within with anger?
It's a good point.
I don't know. Maybe you can't. maybe you can.
How will you love your husband and obey him when you have no love? You only have hate, you have anger, and you're unwilling to forgive. You're going to destroy him and his children. You're going to do exactly to his children what your mother has done to your father's children.
I think love and hate can exist at the same time, and I think our Earth is proof of that.
How's that?
Well, there's heaven, there's hell, and there's Earth. And heaven is fully good. Hell is fully evil. So we're kind of in that middle ground where both exist. And it is up to us to decide to choose one side, right? So we can be there for eternity.
Where is hell on Earth?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Where is it? No, where is hell?
All right. So we got pretty far with Jesse, but I want to switch now over to someone else. The American Anchor Baby, also known as, I don't know what the fuck his name is, but let's talk to him. Let's see. Nick.
Tell him we still rolling with Trump too.
Anchor baby, the whole thing sounds horrific. You're just making it sound like immigrants are these horrific, greedy people.
Ustedes pueden aceptar mi negocio o aceptar las consecuencias. Plata o plomo.
So you would be considered white, in my opinion.
You the blackest one in this room.
I think so.
And what happened was his mama got pregnant on the other side of the border. And then a few hours before, just before it was time for him to pop out, she jumped across the border and let him fall on American soil. So he became the anchor baby. You know, I'm calling the anchor baby for nothing. Amazing. We like this anchor baby, right?
Good afternoon. Welcome to my show. Thanks for tuning in.
I
I'm the American
recognize
Anchor
this
Baby.
guy from a recent prank call I did.
Welcome. Thursday show. About to get into it here. The goose is loose on this one, folks. I'm getting into some news and topics, but I'm going to take my time getting into it. I got some random stuff. We're going to get into it, though. We got a nice show ahead of us. Also, your calls. 888-775-3773. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Appreciate you all being here. So, you guys see this? You guys see this? I got a little video for you from Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic, a subsidiary of Virgin, I believe. The space tourism wing of Virgin. Virgin Galactic, space flight company, of course, founded by that Richard Branson guy, the pot smoker. I just remember that about him. I'm pretty sure he's just fine with smoking pot and talking about it. He's like a regular Willie Nelson, but from space. Okay,
You don't
anyways.
smoke weed, bro?
Virgin Galactic, space tourism, first successful
like you
space
smoke
tourist flight.
weed,
Did you see
man.
this? Let's see if I can even pull it up. Okay, did you see this?
See, when I did the prank call on Nick, it didn't even feel fair to trash him because he was so friendly, you know? Like, I went after him and he just like played it off all cool and like even played along with the bit. Whereas with Jesse, at least he like fights back a little bit, so I don't feel as guilty when I insult him, you know what I mean?
5, 3, 2, 1. Release.
Release. He skipped 4.
Ignition. Good control. Trimming. That's pulling the nose up.
Wow. So this is a Virgin
Oh, thank you
spaceship.
for the explanation on trimming.
and trim is set. We're
My
now
viewers
traveling
already know what that is,
approximately
though.
Mach 1.4.
We never get to Mach
There's
1.4.
max Q, that's the maximum dynamic pressure on the vehicle. Those on board are experiencing about 3 Gs at the moment.
I see 4 Gs on the
The
plane.
trim is complete and Unity is in the vertical headed
exterior.
toward space.
I see 4 Gs with
Mach
sunglasses.
2.
Very space
Is that
age.
the Earth?
It's
That's
almost
the Earth that's
too,
leaving the Earth for real?
It's almost too much, to be honest.
Flight sim. Hake is
Like, too much to handle.
poo-pooing the notion that this may be real. Before dropping its space plane USS Unity, which is then blasted towards space. I'm reading the captions
Mach
here.
2.8, rocket motor cutoff.
Amazing.
Amazing. You see the Earth?
Amazing.
All right. Predicted
Round.
apogee today
Round, says C-Cell.
is 275.
Oh, look at that beautiful Earth. Round.
Says amazing.
84.3 kilometers.
Fires the missiles.
Incredible.
No, I don't have any amazing.
Our mission specialists have been cleared to unstrap and enjoy the zero-G experience.
This is amazing.
4 Gs and 0 G.
What you're seeing is Colonel Villaday going to the back to tend to the payloads that are mounted on the rack. You can see Landolfi and Leo starting their experiments in their seat and having, looks like, a great time, of course.
Yep. The feather is moving.
Beautiful. So Virgin Galactic in space tourism. Let me do something funky here. Let me mute this and let it run like B-roll. We got space flight Virgin Galactic's VSS Unity, the reusable rocket-powered space plane carrying the company's first crew of tourists. Aboard the spacecraft were actually 6 Gs, my bad. Health and wellness coach and her daughter, 18 years old, and other people. Okay. Any billionaires? No billionaires on board, so I believe it went fine. There were no billionaires on board, so I don't think so, at least. Spaceplane's commander, pilot, the chief astronaut instructor, 3 passengers, health and wellness coach. There's this health and wellness coach, billionaire? Nah. 18-year-old daughter? No, not a billionaire. That's probably why I went all right. But yes, I am, in fact, stealing from Hake, as I do, fake person, stealing from Hake, and starting.
So
and
Nick is new at this, so I'll give him a
ruffling
break.
some feathers here because I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you flat earthers? What are you going to say about this, huh? What do you have to say for yourself, huh? We have tourists going into space, and we have video of it. Of course, I'm being purposely combative here, just for funsies. But I did come across this video, and so right on to Virgin Galactic and all the people trying to leave the Earth. It's crazy out here, but they just wanted to see it. They wanted to see space. If you had the chance, wouldn't you go? Virgin Galactic. But anyways, let me get to something else here. Look at this. And I appreciate your calls. They're coming in 888-775-3773. We'll get into some news too. Look, I want to talk about something with the police here. And Gen Z and some other things.
An amazing stick.
But there was something I was going to touch on the other day and I didn't get to. I came across a Daily Mail headline. And so I'm scrolling the news. I see this Daily Mail headline. And give me 1 second here. It's giving me trouble. Daily Mail headline here that I never got to. It's about Kanye West. Let me throw it up on the screen because I want you to see what I'm seeing here. You know, Kanye West was recently, somewhat recently divorced from Kim Kardashian, that whole thing. And they're big names, right? A lot of people know who they are.
A lot of people know.
Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, famous celebrity
Anchor
family,
baby.
split apart by differences, irreconcilable.
Anchor baby.
Kanye West then marries another woman named Bianca Censori, okay? And this is the Daily Mail article here. Check this out. Look, Kanye West's wife, Bianca Censori, wears racy sheer jumpsuit as she embraces the rapper amid their Italian getaway. And look, Kanye West he's saying he's a Christian and Christ is king and all that. People have their complaints on his wife parading around the way she does in what she wears, but that's not what this is about. I will not scroll further down. For those waiting for me to scroll this page further down, well, go somewhere else. It's just too racy. It's too racy, as the headline says. So move along. But check it out. It says wife, Kanye West's wife in quotation marks. Do you see this? Wait a second. When did Daily Mail and the mainstream media suddenly get all very discerning on what exactly constitutes a wife all of a sudden? Is this just me? Because if you don't know,
I think it's just you, bro.
As you just said, Kanye West divorced. They divorced, Kim Kardashian, all that. Jumping into another marriage, you could have your commentary on that or whatever. But the point is here, they're suddenly very, very scrupulous on what's up. Put wife in. Is it because he was already married? Are you suddenly going biblical on us, Daily Mail? That's what I'm wondering. Are you suddenly, all of a sudden, very biblical on us and
again?
Agreeing with the Bible that
he
seems,
woman,
if her husband's not dead, or I'm probably paraphrasing here. You probably know better than I.
Not like Jesse.
Jesse's
more
saved
emotional.
for infidelity and whatnot.
Ironically, Jesse
saved for infidelity and whatnot. Dude. The woman is committing adultery should she remarry and all that. So, base Daily Mail suddenly. Now, okay, fine. Maybe some of you are privy to the information that Kanye West may not have exactly, finalized said marriage. I'm seeing reports from TMZ, tabloid gossip, but maybe you're privy to the information that maybe Kanye West has not exactly, put it on paper. That's allegedly. Maybe it's not official in the eyes of the government. And so maybe that's why Daily Mail. Okay, fine. Maybe that's why Daily Mail put the quotation marks. But it's just interesting because it seems today, in today's day and age, definitions of stuff, it doesn't quite matter. Wife, man and woman, love. Yeah, those things very, very relative. Very relative. The meaning of things and the truth itself doesn't quite matter. It's all personal through your lens, relative lens, right? Putting those quotations, questioning the validity of Kanye's marriage. I'd say because it's a second wife, accidentally based Daily Mail.
Okay.
But also, if they would have a critical eye, they always pick and choose the ones that they have a critical eye on. Kanye West has been not the friend of the mainstream media and industries, and it's not very advertiser friendly to be, as they say, so-called anti-Semitic. So they aren't legally married, maybe. Okay. But it did make me think about how many messed up marriages and stuff there are, and the low bar the world has for these things. That's also kind of makes me think of the people who call in the shows sometimes talking about marriage, saying, why should I have to prove my marriage in the eyes of the government? Isn't it before God? Isn't this a union made by God? Which is like true words, right? Those are like true words, but sometimes missing, because I don't even know if most people know what that means, because I don't know. I don't think I know exactly what that means. What a marriage under God is. I at least don't go around saying it could be whatever you want. It has to be a man and woman, and you got to stay. You got to stick it through. If it's a marriage under God, I guess. But it's kind of an interesting thing because here's Daily Mail saying, "Excuse me, sir, male man in this world, son of God, maybe bad representation, brother of Christ. I don't believe you're married, sir. The government says different." Excuse me, sir. I don't see where the government said you're married. I think you're lying. Yeah, we're gonna put quotations on that. All sorts of mess though, and we want things to work. We want things to work really badly sometimes, and we want our cake, and we want to have our cake and eat it too. Making wrong things work. Like polyamory. Let me show you a little clip. Let me show you a little clip. Cringe clip. Okay, get ready, but don't worry, it's not like nasty. But you heard of this polyamory business, okay? Multiple partners, they say. In your polycule. They call it a polycule, like a molecule, but multiple cules. Isn't that what a molecule is already? You know? A molecule has multiple things. Electrons, protons, neutrons. But okay, polycule, I'm following you. I'm following y'all. They call it a polycule, and multiple people in one relationship. Not to be confused with, oh, it's eat our cake and have it too. I don't know English, guys. Have our cake and eat it too. Eat our cake and have it too. Thank you, Troy. What's up, Troy? So, polycule. They call it a polycule. I'm not calling it that. They call it that. And it's multiple people in a relationship. Not to be confused with what Brother Polite had, previous Fallen State guest, if you remember him. What do they call it when it's one man, multiple women?
Polyamorous.
Polyandry?
Polygamy.
But
come on.
Polyamory, you know what I'm talking about. A woman with more than one husband is polyandry. Anyways.
Oh, polyandry is the female version.
They call it polyamory. And people want things to work really badly. And there's, I don't know if you've been seeing some of this content, but these people love to be online. These people love to put their relationships out. They get probably due to it's what's it called? Edginess. They get viral videos. They get insightful, documentaries and YouTube videos on their relationships. So we've seen over the years that I think in an increasing manner. But lately the polyamory people aren't doing so hot. Lately, they're not doing so hot. Let me demonstrate to you, or let me show you an example that illustrates what I'm trying to say here. This example will demonstrate what I'm saying here about they're not doing so hot. The polyamory people aren't doing so hot. Let me show you a little TikTok. It's a little bit of advice. Here's a TikTok of an individual in a polyamorous relationship, giving advice to others who maybe find themselves in similar situations. And so this woman in this TikTok, you'll see the caption here. When you're struggling because your partner's on a date with someone else, you're getting feelings, you're struggling, you can't handle it, you're getting a little jealous, in your polyamorous relationship with multiple people. Well, two of the people in this polycule are off on a date, and you're at home feeling the pain. What should you do? Here's a little advice from this TikTok. I'll probably read it because I'm pretty sure it's just music. And her dancing like an insane person. Like, what is it? Let me. What a weird way to convey information.
Like it, good for them.
We went from books and convey writing things down, poetry, and then more and more
nothing
books
about it that
tomes of knowledge, and which of course is just writing down the oral traditions and passing down knowledge. And then we went backwards and we just plaster words on a screen and dance behind music. Like, that's going backwards. How is this a form of communication? Anyways, off tangent. Check this out. Ooh. Let me mute that. We got some copyright music here. Some new age music. And when you're struggling because your partner's on a date with someone else, she's dancing the pain away. Tip 1, spend time with your good friends or doing something else you enjoy. Okay, distract yourself. Spend time with your good friends or do something else. She continues to dance the pain away in what looks like luxurious clothing, but also not at the same time. Very interesting look. Find a way to really feel their love. Feel in all caps their love for you. For example, imagine they're there embracing you. So just pretend they're not with that person and that they're with you right now. Just pretend. Close your eyes and pretend it's all okay. Close your eyes and pretend that this person's embracing you. And so that way you may feel their love. She goes on. She dances for more dancing. And I don't know what this is. Just more dancing, I guess. Tip 3, embrace the discomfort. Life is not about avoiding pain. It's about choosing pain that's meaningful to you. Very, very cute. Okay, yeah. Embrace the discomfort. Life is not about avoiding pain. It's about choosing pain that's meaningful to you. And she continues to dance the pain away. So the polyamorous people, they're not, if your love is strong, it gets easier with time, she says. If your love is strong, it gets easier with time. So the polyamorous people aren't doing so hot. You can call this cope. You could call this a cope of sorts, can't you? Oh, let me turn something on here. My apologies. This ain't a guy. Ivana, I don't know. I can't confirm to you. That's a girl. Come on, guys. I know we have transgender mess future, but that's a woman, right? So the polyamorous people are coping. It's not easy. It's not easy sharing. And where was I? And we love to try and make things work that don't work. Because it starts off wrong. Okay, you get the beginning part wrong, and then you try to make the rest work. And so this person, as you can see, is coping with those emotions. And the tip 3 was just embrace the discomfort, which there's like a halfway truth there. Life is not about avoiding pain, but it's about choosing pain that's meaningful to you. Isn't that what we all do, though? It's easy to look at this and be like, these polyamorous people, they're just coping. Obviously, we all know. What's up, JS Urban Adventures? Obviously, we all know this for most people, they have at least some inkling, some sense that there's something wrong about this. And to less and less, increasing degree of relativity, people forget that more and more. But most people don't want more people involved. And these people involved in these polyamorous things, they're dealing with this and ignoring that, not questioning that, and trying to maintain the situation they're in and trying to make it work, which is crazy, right? It's crazy. Polyamorous people, so crazy. But that's kind of what we're all doing, though. Think about that. We're all kind of doing that. Choosing the pain that's meaningful to us. And then dancing the pain away and distracting and ignoring. They're all freaks, Nick. What's up, taking care of business, Bear? If they're all freaks, we're all freaks. Taking care of business, Bear. Coping. So many, all these people trying to be in relationships. There's so many more who shouldn't be in relationships. And I've noticed that that's like a thing that happens. For example, people coming into the JLP show, coming to church, just new Christians, really. People wanting just new Christians. They see be fruitful and multiply, or you should have a wife, and right, and it becomes kind of a trip. And even not the religious people, in general, people want to be with someone, and they hope that one day they'll find someone. But like I said, so many people shouldn't be in relationships. I was talking to a friend the other day. They were saying that she was wondering if young people should even be getting in relationships. And she's married now.
That's fucking
she was
weird.
Wondering,
I was just
look
working
at people
on a bear
that we both know that are younger
that's
in relationships.
taking care of business.
And she wonders if they should even be there, because
I was
remembers how
literally
she
just
was when she was
working on a
younger.
bear.
She was trouble, and nagging and whatever. She wonders if young people should even go through that and just instead focus on their own lives. She concluded that the young people should, because you got to go through that mess and get through it, because it's going to be hell. This is my sister. This is my sister. Let me just tell you, friend. My sister, you got to go through that. She was saying you got to go through that so that, you could work throughout the problems and the women. And she was saying, yeah, and women they could be pretty emotional and crazy, and you got to work through that immaturity. And so she concluded that, yeah, you should see it through and all that. But I don't know, actually. Young people should just work on their lives, honestly. You should really just work on yourself, because you're just bringing that mess with you. You should just work on yourself. especially. And I know people used to get married before, but you used to get married young before, but people were also leading their own lives. They were mature. We had, how old was, I mean, we had like statesmen of early America. They were in their 20s when like the Constitution got wrote and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Early American founders and statesmen. They were in their 20s doing it. You're following me. You're following me. So really, most people shouldn't even be dealing with relationships and worried about when people used to get married and when should I get married. They're not worried about that at all. I think a lot of people, new Christians, people listening to JLP, they get kind of hung up on, well, God sends you a wife. God adds to your life, and that's true. And that God will send you a wife. And so we make prescriptions on how you should be in general with a woman. But we shouldn't be so concerned with that.
All right, you get the idea. You get the. He's fucking boring. You know, he's like white bread. He's not offensive, but he's not exciting either. All right, let's share another screen. All right. Let's get after it.
Shut the fuck up.
And now you're under my control.
Hey, girl. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Oh, hey, baby. He brings you the world, the stars and the songs. Right? Makes your day. He does what you'd like to. He takes you along. Right? Makes your day. Hooray, hey. Hooray, hey. Hooray, hey. Hey. Woo.
You know what? I should save this for another occasion when there are more people present, because I just feel like the amount of, actual going into things, going into detail would make more sense when more people are watching. So we'll talk soon. Let me wrap this up.